everyone. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith. Hello, Chris. Thanks for coming to pay tonight. It is called Boyhood Tears. So it perhaps maybe some spirits are messing a lot of shit on. So also bad news, guys. The actress who was the voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, her name was Davy Chase, I think. She has passed away at age 35. She was known as Lilo, which is the voice of a 5-year-old. So it is so sad that she had to pass away. If you guys ever watched Lilo and Stitch, the movie, the original, like the cartoon version many years back in the past, you might want to give her a bit of silence and also some recognition or something. I mean, now she's a ghost, so she was a great actress and she was all over the place before she died. So anyway, I also got this new tumbler. It's a cup that holds about 40 ounces of any kind of drink. So I have a soda in my tumbler. It's really awesome. Also, that our washer is acting up very freaking weird shit. First, it got stuck on 23 minutes. Then it got stuck on 16 minutes. So my husband and I are having difficult with it. But yeah, we don't know how to fix that. So any tips for us to try and figure out how to get our washer to stop being stuck on any number? So we just got this washer and dryer. I mean, right after we moved. So I don't know what's happening, but we need to figure out how to get that fixed. I called my producer and told him, and I don't know if he's gonna come and help and fix it, but I guess we'll have to call Ace Rent to Own. So but yeah, we still don't know what's going on. Hey, did you get that fixed?
I hope so. We'll find out soon.
Okay. Well, let me know if you got it fixed so we can use it every week or so.
Okay.
So anyway, I just talked to my husband. He'll try and figure it out how to get our washer to get that fixed, and so it can spin out, so we can get our clothes out of the washer, put them in a dryer, so we can, get the clean clothes out of it. That way we don't have any problems with it and call Ace to Own. So Ace Rent to Own, that's where we got our washer and dryer. It cost us like $1,500 to get it, but we have to pay for it about $40 a week, every week, before the year finally ends. So anyway, it is 8 p.m. So, well, it's 22 minutes after 8. I hope you guys are ready for the new story. So anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for being very supportive, and thank you for checking out my channel since the first season, since my first episode. If you guys have any tips about my podcast, maybe I could use, like, I don't know, a sponsor to get me a lot of subscribers. I'm working my ass off with this podcast because I'm trying to stoop up to a lot of YouTubers that has like over 1 million subscribers. So anyway, if you guys have any tips for me about it, let me know in the comments down below. So anyway, there's going to be new movies coming out soon. This month, next month, and the next, for the next more months over the years. So, like, Disney's Descendants 5 is coming out soon, and Hocus Pocus 3 is coming. Also is going to be Aquaman 3, which is Jason Momoa. He's coming back to Aquaman 3. Also, if you guys like the show called Game of Thrones, it's coming soon. Season 9 is the final season, and it's on HBO Max, and there's going to be another show that's coming out soon. It's called House of Dragon, which is the spin-off from Game of Thrones. So I can't wait to see all those episodes and the show. I just got back to HBO Max on my phone, so if you guys like supernatural stuff, there is a show called The Vampire Diaries. Okay, it has about 8 seasons, and I think season 9 will be coming because I can't wait to watch it. So I'm on season 2 right now, and the actress who plays Elena Gilbert, Catherine Pierce, there is Tatia and Amara. So there's like, she plays multiple characters on the Vampire Diaries, including the originals. So the actress, his name is Nina Dobrev. I think she's from Bulgaria or something like that in real life. So but yeah, I'm literally watching a lot of supernatural shows, like vampire movies, TV series, paranormal stuff, like a lot of spirits. There is a show on HBO Max called Ghost Adventures. If you like Ghost Adventures, if you love a lot of paranormal stuff, you guys can go on HBO and find whatever you like, and you can play on it. You can watch as many episodes you can. If you like my channel, then my show is for you. If you love ghost stories and you like watching my show, I appreciate that, guys. So anyway, let's get started on my story. So since you like listening to my show, you like my stories, there's questions on that and answers. So anyway, thank you guys. So get something to drink, sit back, relax, get comfy. This is going to be an amazing episode. So please click like, share, and subscribe. So Davy Chase, may she rest in peace and be remembered as the way she was before she passed away. So let's just go with the story, and I hope that she finds peace. So we'll all remember her as the voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. So I have seen the live action version of Lilo and Stitch. and I think they might be doing Lilo and Stitch #2 live action. So anyway, let's get started on the story. We're still on season 5, The Boy Who Counted Chairs, episode 168. The elementary school gym felt harmless in daylight. That was what made the nighttime version so unnerving. Marcus had picked up the custodial shift because it worked around his classes and paid slightly better than campus dishwashing Ridgeway Elementary. After 6 p.m. was mostly routine. Mop the hallways, empty the classroom bins, wipe period table or assemblies. The gym itself was a bright box with polished floors, rectangle, retractable bleachers, and a storage room full of folding chairs stacked in tall silver towers. Marcus liked working there alone because big spaces make simple tasks feel clean. Sweep, stack, look, go home. The problem started after a school board meeting ran late and he found an extra row of chairs unfolded at center court after he had already stacked every last one against the wall. I think somehow this guy, the custodian, thought he got all the chairs stacked up and put them right where they belonged. Apparently, he missed a row. So perhaps maybe there's some ghosts playing tricks on him, and Marcus didn't really think about it that much until he started having these paranormal activity at the school at night after everyone has gone home and gone to bed and start over again the next morning, except during weekends. So I hope that Marcus gets whatever. I hope Marcus does his good job and then goes home and do the same routine that he does every night. So anyway, let's continue on the story. I hope this helps. Does this make any sense to you guys? I hope it does. After the story, we'll be doing questions and answers. Let me know in the comments if you had a lot of paranormal activity at your school or any school. Do you have anyone that believes in paranormal? Just let me know in the comments if you do. So let's continue on. He blamed memory first, then fatigue, then the possibility that a teacher had wandered in and tried to help. He folded the chairs again, counted them into neat, nested stacks, and wheeled the cart back into storage. When he turned off the overheads and headed for the side door, he heard one chair scrape across the varnished floor behind him. Not a little shift, a full dragging sound. Marcus switched the lights back on. At center court stood one single folding chair, opened and facing the bleachers. Everything else remained stacked. He stared at it long enough to feel his own pulse in his neck. Then he folded it back, folded it, put it back, and left without finishing the floor polish. The next night he found 4 chairs out instead of 1, set in a straight row like students waiting for instruction. Mrs. Garvey, the oldest daytime custodian, listened to his story while refilling paper towels and asked whether the chairs had been facing the bleachers or the scoreboard. When Marcus said the bleachers, she nodded as if a minor but expected detail had been confirmed. Years earlier, she said a little boy named Cullen had been separated from his class during an evening winter concert when parents, siblings, and chairs filled the gym in too much movement and noise. He had a habit of counting chairs whenever he felt overwhelmed. During the confusion after the performance, he disappeared for nearly an hour before being found locked inside the equipment room, unharmed but terrified and hoarse from crying. He later died in an unrelated accident. The following year, since then, the staff sometimes found chairs counted out in small groups after events, especially if the gym had been left messy. He likes order when people leave too fast. Mrs. Garvey said Marcus found that somehow more disturbing than if she had claimed the boy was angry. I'm guessing this child was separated and got locked inside the freaking storage or something and didn't know what was going on. I don't know why this child got stuck inside the storage with stacked chairs or whatever. Perhaps he didn't know that he got locked, or he was hiding maybe. I don't really know why. So it's kind of sad that a child just suffocated somehow, passed away. No wonder why he is stuck at school as a ghost. No wonder why. So I think Marcus probably got the story, and I think somehow he finally knows the truth, and maybe he could help this child find a way out and help this child go into the light so he can rest in peace properly. So he could find his mom and dad and also his siblings. Maybe they can reunite with him and help him move on somehow. Maybe, but I think somehow maybe this child doesn't know how to move on. Maybe he was trying to get someone's attention, trying to figure out how to help him save his life before he died. So this child is definitely dead. And we don't know how old this little kid is. Perhaps maybe he is like 8 or 9 years old. We don't know. So anyway, let's continue on the story. And I think it breaks my heart that reading the story about a child that has passed away. So it's just so sad. especially in the wintertime. The pattern intensified around school concert season. After one parent meeting, Marcus found 12 chairs unfolded in 3 neat groups of 4. After a baseball banquet, every chair in the storage closet had been turned inward so their backs formed a kind of protective square. Once, while waxing the gym floor, he heard a child's voice somewhere near the bleachers, whispering numbers under its breath. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pausing as if counting a row and then starting again from 1. Marcus checked every exit, the locker rooms, and the equipment room. Empty. Yet on the scorer's table he found a stubby yellow pencil and a tally mark sheet written in a child's hand listing chair counts by row, complete and accurate down to the final stack. The date at the top was 23 years old. By the time the winter music program arrived, Marcus had shifted from disbelief to uneasy cooperation. He made a point of resetting the gym carefully before leaving, aligning chair stacks, checking doors, and never ignoring the odd soft counts. He sometimes heard from the corner near the equipment room during the concert itself. He stayed near the side hall in case parents needed directions. Midway through the children's choir performance, the fire alarm panel briefly glitched, not enough to trigger evacuation, but enough to blink warning lights through the gym. Hundreds of folding chairs, winter coats, and distracted adults meant the old panic pattern could have returned in an instant. Marcus looked toward the equipment room and saw a little boy standing beside the door in a sweater, too old-fashioned for the current crowd, one hand raised with fingers moving silently as he counted. Then the boy pointed toward the side corridor, where a group of kindergartners had begun drifting away from their assigned teacher in the confusion. That is just so creepy, guys. And so sad. This little boy doesn't know that he has passed away. So I hope that Marcus can help him. I hope Marcus can tell this child that he is a ghost. And it's okay if he wants to stay, he can stay as an earthbound. And it's also okay that he can go into the light and find peace with his mommy and daddy if he ever finds his mommy and daddy. This child might be a lot younger than any other kids. We don't even know what year it is. It might be sometime early 1900s. We don't know. Or might be even farther than that. It could be sometime in the 1800s. I don't really know. Anyway, if you like this story, please leave me a comment down below. And let me know if this story moved you somehow. It's just so sad about this story about a child. And if I were Marcus right now, I would find a way to help this little boy. I would literally investigate more about this school or any other places, like from any story that I read. I would do anything to figure out a way to help this child. We need to, I don't know, go to archives, do some searching, like newspapers maybe, talk to a lot of people and see what they say about this young boy from many years back, like many decades ago, before the new generation comes through. So anyway, let's continue on the story. We're nearly almost done here. It's like 8:43 p.m. We are in 26 minutes now. So if you have any opinions of the story, do you think this is related to real life events about this child or any other children or any other ghosts? If you have any opinions, you're more than welcome to leave me a comment down below. And also, you guys can join me on live stream every night if you wish. Anyway, let's continue on the story. We're nearly done with this anyway. Marcus moved fast enough to stop the problem before it became one. He gathered the children, guided parents back into order, and called the office to fix the piano issue. When he looked back toward the equipment room, the boy was gone, but during cleanup after the concert, Marcus found all the front row chairs already folded and stacked by height, exactly the way Mrs. Garvey said Colin preferred. Things, when anxious, on the floor near the door lay a coat check ticket from the year the original lost child incident occurred. Marcus picked it up and, for reasons he couldn't explain even to himself, said aloud, "Everybody got out okay. The gym lights hummed. Somewhere near the rafters, a basketball net gave one tiny swish, as if moved by air that hadn't otherwise stirred. After that, the chairs still moved from time to time, but never in frantic patterns. Marcus would arrive after assemblies to find small rows set up as though for imaginary attendance. He began leaving the gym a little tidier than policy required, not because of fear, but because he had come to respect the logic of someone who had once been frightened in a room too full of moving adults and too few clear counts. At the end of the school year, he placed a short note in the equipment room on a fresh tally sheet. All chairs counted, all kids accounted for. The next morning, the sheet was gone, and the chairs in the closet stood arranged in perfect even columns. Not one askew. Mrs. Garvey said the boy sounded satisfied. Marcus only nodded. Some children don't haunt because they want attention. Some haunt because order was the first form of safety they ever trusted. wow, this child is just so organized and obedient, I guess. And it's just so sad that this little boy had passed away. And we don't really know um, his name or the age that he had passed away. So my guess is that this child's name was Colin, perhaps. Maybe he was, I don't know, age of 9 or 10. We don't know. He's like from the old fashioned schools, I guess, like wearing a different time. Perhaps he's from the different era. And if you have any opinions, please leave me a comment down below. If you guys like have a moment to imagine what this child went through, and you're always welcome to leave any comments down below if you think this child could use attention and find a way to rest in peace, find his mom and dad or anyone else. So all right, so the story is finally done. Now we're gonna move on to the questions. If you have any questions, all you gotta do is leave me a comment down below and we'll figure something out. If my friend Fearless is watching this show right now, Fearless, I hope that you're listening. If you have like any compassion to the story about this little boy dying at the school in one winter concert one time, maybe like, do you think this child belongs in heaven or end up being stuck in school after he passed away? Anyway, let's get started on the questions. We have 10 questions and I'll try my best to get some answers for you all. So let's get started on the questions. Would you have kept working the night shift after the chairs started moving? Well, of course I would. I would do anything to investigate the gym, the whole school, even after dark. I would try to be very brave enough to ask anyone who knows what happened in that school. What's the story? What's the history of the elementary school? I would probably ask a lot of right questions and get some answers and evidence. I would try and communicate with this boy who died many decades ago, I guess. Would you guys ever keep working the night shift after, the chairs started moving? Would you guys ever continue working at that school? Let me know in the comments if you do. If you don't, that's okay. Anyway, let's go to number 2. What do you think Colin wanted most? Order, reassurance, or both? I think he wanted an order, like wanted the chairs to be stacked in order in very neat way. So perhaps maybe this child wanted both as well. Thank you, Chris. Of course it wanted both. I probably would have done the same thing, but oh well. Anyway, if this child wanted both, I would say both. Anyway, let's go to number 3. Why do schools create such powerful settings for ghost stories? Well, I think that they have a lot of history, especially for the past. And this little child literally was trying to figure out how to find his way to find his mom and dad and whatever. But, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. If this makes any sense to you all, just leave me comments down below. So, I think that this story has a lot of history, especially the school. Some schools have a lot of history and a lot of memories, and this child wanted to be remembered the way he was. So, anyway, let's go to number 4. What unsettled you most? The counted chairs, the whispered numbers, or the old tally sheet? I'm thinking the counting chairs. So, not just whispering numbers, but also counting chairs. This kid literally wanted to count them because it calms him down. No wonder why he's stuck in the school, at the gym, in the storage. So he died so young. Perhaps maybe he was, I don't know, about 10. I don't know how old he was when he died. His name was Colin, by the way, and I don't really know what really happened. So he must have suffocated inside the storage. All right, let's go to number 5. All right, we have 5 questions left before I sign off. Was Marcus right to start cooperating with the pattern? Yes, of course. Anyway, if Marcus knew what was going on, he would definitely help this little boy and continue working the night shift. So if I were Marcus, I would definitely continue working at the school and maybe help this little boy find peace and move on and continue doing the job that Marcus loves so much. All right, let's go to number 6. Do you think saying everybody got out okay mattered? Yes, of course. I mean, it's the only way to protect the kids and the parents, everyone. It matters. Yes, it does. It's the only way to keep them alive. So, it's just so sad that when a child is lost, couldn't find his mom and dad, and he would try to figure it out to see if his parents can find him and take him home. Apparently, he was never found, except in the locked storage room where the chairs would be. And somehow this is how he died, by suffocating. That's just so sad and tragic. Okay, let's go to number 7. Why can small repeated actions feel more haunting than dramatic events? Well, the reason why is because it's a memory. These kids have a lot of memories, especially when they're dead. And they don't remember how they died, so they get so confused, and they tried a way to find something like peace or whatever. So there's a lot of dramatic events. It's the trauma. Memories come back. Some memories will never come back because they don't want to. So a lot of memories always come back. But that's just how it is. It's part of the story. It's part of the history. And this is what always happens. All right, let's go to number 8. Would you have left notes for Colin too? Yes, I would. I would definitely give Colin some nice notes. Like tell them it's okay to move on into the afterlife. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. There's no need to stay at school. The world has moved on after, moved on after the child died. It's okay to move on. So I would definitely do that if I were Marcus. All right, we've got 2 questions left before I sign off. Is the story more sad than scary? Why? Of course it's sad. I mean, children die a very tragic way, so violent. They are confused and scared. Some can be very scary, but mostly sad and tragic. I would try to figure out a way to help this kid move on. Perhaps call on other good spirits to help this child go straight to heaven and reunite with his mom and dad and siblings. I would definitely help this kid, and we all can move on. So, all right, let's go to number 10. We are on the last question before I sign off now. If order was the only thing that made a spirit feel safe, how would you respond? I would probably tell this ghost, good job, Colin. That's a good boy. Go find your mom and dad. You're free to go, and it's okay. Thank you for helping. You are mostly should be in heaven with your mom and dad. So I would definitely tell this child, everything's gonna be okay. I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Go find the light, and you'll find the a good like there is an angel here to protect you. Go into it, and you'll see your loved ones, and everything will be all right. Okay, guys, we are out of time. So thank you guys for listening and watching. Chris, thank you for participating on this show. Tomorrow we'll be doing this new story called The Seam in the Wallpaper. This is the new story on episode 169. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful day or night. Stay safe, stay spooky, and have fun. And happy Father's Day to all. So tomorrow it's gonna be June 19th, which is Juneteenth, that little weird holiday. So anyway, thank you guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. till like it is already 9. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all on Ghosting with Anya tomorrow. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and may God bless you all. Good night. Bye.